Is we on? Is we on, baby? I am coming at you from a new place, new space, same bodies, baby. I know there's a method to your manliness. That was supposed to be a piece of flowetry, like some old school flowetry, but I forgot the lyrics towards the end. Either way, we're here. Welcome to a dissection. I am your host, JustLatasha. We will be here live every Monday evening, 6 p.m. EST. All right, we starting out real modest tonight, but that is A-okay. I wanted to test the waters. I wanted to test the vision, see if y'all was into Wandavision. I've actually always really liked Marvel Universe nonsense. Some franchises more than others. Spider-Man I will always go for. Old school X-Men I would always go for. They lose me a little bit sometimes. The Avengers I would always go for. So this WandaVision, I wasn't even really about to do it. And then one day I was like, let me just actually sit here and watch the show, and I love it. So being that y'all all called The Little Things whack, I mean down the board, the new Denzel Washington movie on HBO Max, The Little Things, y'all all hated it en masse. Y'all hated it. So I was like, I'm not going to do that to my people. I'm not going to sit there and make them do a dissection of a movie they don't even like. So I got to test the waters. You know what I mean? But welcome. I'm so happy that y'all are here. Let's see who we got in the chat. We got A Bar T. We got my patrons pretty much. We got A Bar T. We got CJ. We got Iana. What's up, Malik Smith? How are you? Callie, my patrons here. I'm so happy to have you guys. This show is really cool. So I'm excited to speak about it tonight. And I thought it would give me a challenge because we are going over the pilot episode tonight and it's black and white. So I'm like, okay, we'll just kick my color theory in the ass. But I got a surprise for you, bitch. I got a surprise for you. It's going to be such a good dissection. And it was really funny because we hadn't dissected a half-hour show since last year. After Lovecraft Country came through, kicked the doors down, we've been doing full feature-length movie dissections. We've been doing hour-long shows. So for this to only be 30 minutes, I was like, is that rest I see? It is what it is. If you're not doing so by now, please follow me on social media. I am JustLatasha on Instagram. I am JustLatasha404 on Twitter. What a wild day, but February is going to be full of blessings, peace, joy, abundance for us. Happy nigga month. So it's a niggaversary. Hey, it's a niggaversary. Yes, that's right. We so happy to be black. I'm so happy to be black. I would wish nothing else. I would wish nothing else. You know what I mean? Be black. It feels so good to be a Negra. What's up, Benia? Hi. LB's here. Quirky Black NB. Shannon Doa back. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do I have any other announcements? So if you guys were patrons, you guys joined me on my live Boozy Brunch Sunday. That series is now dead and gone, dead and gone. Oh my God, I'm singing T.I. and Justin Timberlake. Can't do that. Sorry. But y'all wanted it, so we did a special edition yesterday for patrons only, a Patreon exclusive. And next Sunday, the Netflix movie starring Zendaya and John David Washington, we are going to be dissecting Malcolm and Marie. But not on here, only on Patreon, patreon.com/JustLatasha for the Malcolm and Marie dissection next Sunday. And I will be joined once again by a special guest, as I did yesterday. I'm having some personal friends join me because you know what? I can only give y'all so much. I want to fulfill you. I want to make you joyous. I want to make you entertained. Are we not entertained? So next Sunday, I'm bringing Aisha K. Faines. You guys know her and love her from the Grapevine TV. She's incredible. She's a brilliant mind. And I'm bringing her because she is a public speaker and she is an educator on all things women empowerment. She does the divine feminine energy teachings. We are going to learn so much. And so to look at a relationship that's going to be as tumultuous as a Malcolm and Marie, it's the relationship is going to be really trying. I wanted to actually bring in a relationship womanist, romanticism expert to elevate our conversation. What exactly is this couple going through? Where can we see those patterns? How can we protect ourselves from going through whatever they was fighting about in that mansion down the block? This is why Isha K. Faines is joining me this Sunday. So you guys do not want to miss that. Sign up today, patreon.com/JustLatasha. We in here tonight. Hi, Sarai. Hi, Mostly Mosby. I see y'all. Oh, I'm so happy. Is we ready? We got a cute little group in here tonight. Let's do it. Wandavision. So let's just talk about what Wandavision is. Okay. Now I'm going to be honest. I am not a Scarlet Witch girl at all. Like her and her man honestly could have gone. It didn't turn me neither way. But they pulled me in with this series. Okay. Miss Elizabeth Olsen is really beautiful. She's super cute. She's perfect for this role. And this is taking place after the end of the Avengers Endgame movie. MCU, Marvel Universe, okay? We lost Tony Stark. We lost Vision. A lot of dudes got murked. Black Panther came back, but then we lost him in real life. It's a lot of emotional strings attached to this, but we are following Scarlet Witch, who has the power to alter reality. Now, where Vision comes in, her man, her boo thing, her husband, her ace, boom, in the Avengers Endgame, is it Thanos or Thanos? Spell it out phonetically for me in the chat. Is it Thanos or Thanos? Because I know what the vowels is supposed to do when it got one consonant in the middle, but I'm not feeling Thanos. My mouth don't like it. Thanos kills her man right in front of her in the Avengers Endgame. So we're picking up from that. And she is so traumatized by the death of this partner, because he ain't human, that she creates an entire false reality from her mind where she and her man Vision are safe. This takes place in a 1950s era suburb of Westview. And this couple has no idea how they quite got here, nor what they're doing in the 50s, but they gonna roll with it, okay? This series is also an extension of the comics from 2005 called House of M, in which an insane Scarlet Witch, aka Wanda Maximoff, has a mental breakdown and attempts to recreate the universe. And from the comics, she has lost two children, Billy and Tommy. Now, if you guys have watched every episode that has come out so far, all 4 episodes, we have met Billy and Tommy. So if they're following the comics, it's going to be a really heartbreaking moment happening, but we'll see what DisneyPlus does with the series. And from those comics, the Avengers team up with the X-Men and realize to stop this reality that she's creating, they consider killing Wanda. Because of her reality shape-shifting powers, it actually poses an enormous threat to humanity if she cannot recover her sanity. This is her spiraling out of control mentally, this whole world, okay? And when Wanda comes, we gotta get it together. When Wanda comes to, she realizes what she's done, and she decides the solution to all of this mess that she's created is to rid the world of mutants like her completely. She wakes up and she whispers, "No more mutants." To which the majority of the mutant population lose their powers. It's giving war. It's giving war. It be the baddest bitches that take on all the mutants at the same time. Y'all seen Phoenix kicking ass down to the galaxy? Y'all seen that bad bitch snap his fingers with all them jewels lit up on his hand, looking like he part of Diddy's entourage? And now Scarlet Witch is about to get in their ass. It's giving war. I like it. I like that a lot. CJ said, not Thanos. Okay, Mostly Bully says, bring me Thanos, because I like Thanos. Benny agrees. All right, cool. We saying Thanos. Thanos is odd. I don't like it. Is we ready? We looks like we's ready. Episode 1, filmed before a live studio audience. I really do love the titles of all of these episodes. It's giving. It's real good. It's real good. Oh, House of M is Malik's favorite comics. I might have to get into it, y'all. Send me a PDF version of it. Okay. Black people should get everything for free this month. So let's start with the opening shot, and I'm gonna do a duo here. Because the opening shot is actually in this top left corner where a car comes over a horizon and just drives through town. And we see on the back of the car that this is a couple that is just married. And so without spoiling, I wanna refrain from spoiling, even though all 4 episodes are out. I wanna stay present in this pilot. But it's really important to see this car come over this hidden horizon first, drive through the town, because as the series expands, we learn that in order to access Westview, you have to break through some invisible barrier. We know this barrier is created by Scarlet Witch, it's created by Wanda. So this is exactly why we see this car coming seemingly out of nowhere into here, because there is no before that we should be concerned about. It's all about right now. And then it expands and opens up who's inside the car. We meet our protagonists, our heroes, Scarlet Witch and her husband, Vision. Okay. Hey, Barty, you acting up in the chat already. I already see you acting up in the chat. What I really love about this, the way this series has started, was the black and white 50s style TV, because I'm an old lady. And I wasn't there when the episodes was new or nothing like that, but there was this network that I forget the name of, but they all day they played these old ass TV shows. And it was like for 2 years, I was watching all of it. I Love Lucy, Dick Van Dyke, I Dream of Jeannie, Brady Bunch would come on, like all these old ass shows, and they were really good. And I thoroughly enjoyed watching them. So to see this modern take on that style of TV, I thought was really, really, really cool. Okay. And even cooler, they kept the original TV dimensions. Like it's very small, right? It's really cool. They kept the TV specs of these original shows. But let's dive in. So we're mixing modern with the old. Wanda, this superhero, super powerful mutant, is playing a housewife. 50s housewife, and we see these two things mixed together, her true identity of what she is imposed on this frame of reality. She can move dishes, she can carry things, she could send things across the damn floor, right? And the first thing that happens is that Wanda accidentally breaks a dish over Vision's head. Yes, Young Royalty Productions, TV Land. I feel like it was another one too. But look, the first thing that happens when we see this couple is that she breaks a dish over Vision's head. This is the whole reason why we're here, guys. How did Vision die? Avengers Endgame. How did Vision die? Thanos broke that little jewel. Thanos broke the jewel in Vision's head, which killed him. So the first thing that we see this couple do by mistake, she breaks something over his head. So I have an audience question. We starting early. Do you guys think from this moment alone that Wanda is blaming herself? We know what we're running from. We know what the wound is. We know what we're trying to glaze over our eyes. Is Wanda blaming herself? Deidre, I think that's it. TCM. Is it TCM? But yes, TCM does play it, but there was this network. But y'all are both right. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name, and I was supposed to research it before I got on, but I forgot. Decades is a channel that plays this stuff too. Nick and Knight did play it as well. Bewitched, CJ. What a fire show. Fire. It was giving Bewitched. It was giving I Dream of Jeannie. It was giving all of that. It was giving I Love Lucy. It was giving all of that. Do y'all think Wanda blames herself for the death of Vision? Khaled says, yes. Pieces of her subconscious keep popping up, and I think it comes from a place of guilt. Because y'all remember that scene in Avengers Endgame where she altered reality and Thanos came and said, ice, step on naked ice. Thanos said, not today. That's not funny. Her man did, but she tried. And usually it worked, right? Malik Smith says, I think she is blaming herself for the death of Vision and her brother. The guy with the arrows. Wait, is he dead? The guy with the arrows? That's her brother, right? It was too many niggas. I'm sorry. Young Royalty Productions says, Wanda is most definitely holding on to trauma and guilt. Brittany says, yes, I think she feels like she could have done more. And that's the thing, because she did the most she could do. And she was just sort of in a moment that she had probably never experienced, that she was powerless and couldn't win this fight. And it cost the love of her life. Survivor's guilt. Great point, Benia. Great point. Survivor's guilt. I'm here and he's not. Why? Why me and why him? Great point. The last time she saw Vision was him dying. And in this dream world, she's causing the same wound in the same spot. And they have this moment here, which gets really dimensional. And I love this. My wife in those flying saucers. My husband in his indestructible head. Baby, we know that head ain't indestructible, and that's the problem. That head got cranked. I'm sorry. That head got knocked in. Okay. Real quick, before we move on, do y'all think there's a meaning behind the color of their clothes? She's in white, he's in this darker gray scale, and we're doing black and white, but we're going to think about the black and the white. Do you think there's a meaning behind the contrast in their clothes? This white versus black, this light versus dark. Callie says her brother died in the second Avengers. Pietro was her brother. Super speed. I don't even remember that dude. Jesus Christ. I don't even remember that dude. What do we think about this black and white contrast between the two characters? Do we think that means anything? If not, y'all can hit me with a shrug. If not, y'all can hit me with a hell no. If not, y'all can hit me with a next slide. I don't mind. Benia! Gray is the color his body is now since he's dead. Hey, Barty, he's dead and she's alive. Khaled says, feels like a reversal. Mourning people wear black to a funeral and the dead usually wear white, at least in my culture. Callie, where are you from? Shannon Doa says, Wanda lost her parents, brother, and now Vision for her. She is for her because she... Baby, you have to write that over. I don't know what happened. Great idea, because I wanted to go here, y'all. They kept showing this in this opening scene, this hat and this mirror behind both of them. First, it started behind Wanda, and then it landed on Vision. I was like, y'all showing me this fedora, this hanging fedora and this mirror for a reason. And you guys know, hello, we're already in an alternate reality. Mirrors represent alternate dimensions, alternate reality, other side, underworld. Mirrors represent split of identity, something that's not really real, somebody wearing a mask. Mirrors represent all of that. So as we're in this dream world, we see a mirror and his hat resting behind him. Because baby, on the other side of that mirror where reality is, there's no one there to wear it. No one there to wear that hat. We do see them celebrating a date, August 23rd. Supposedly this was an Easter egg to acknowledge the 23 MCU movies that came out before this series. That's what's going on. And something really special here happens because both of them cannot remember, for the life of them, why this date is so special. Now, Vision is a computer. He's a master robot, okay? He's literally incapable of forgetting, and he cannot remember why this day is special. A robot who is incapable of forgetting cannot remember the date of August 23rd with a heart on it. Somebody mentioned Wanda's subconscious. This wound is coming up, right? And this is just further proof that this is all a projection from her mind, because if she can't remember, this projection of Vision cannot remember. Hence, this former Vision is not real. Wanda is blending in his identity, what she knows and remembers him as, with her own dream world. She can only have the limitations of her mind. Now, look, comedy and horror work perfectly together. I don't know if there's any writers watching. I don't know if there's just any film buffs or whatever. But when you put comedy and horror, look at Jordan Peele. He knows how to marry the two seamlessly and perfectly. His horrific feature films, Get Out, Us, the movie, they have these seamless blends of comedy as well. And even when you watch Key and Peele, towards the later seasons, Jordan Peele has been putting down his horror pen in their sketch comedy show. And the only difference between comedy and horror is that comedic release. Horror doesn't give you that, right? You stay scared, you stay anxious, you stay in that bad moment, and it keeps you there, and it's gonna suck. The only difference with comedy is goes, just kidding, and it releases that feeling. So this is what's essentially happening in this comedy sitcom, or what this is supposed to be, a comedy sitcom. And we're going to see much more of that as we move on. I wanted to meet the neighbor, Agnes. I was supposed to research this lady's name and I forgot to, but she is incredible. I loved her. She actually stars in an HBO series that I really like that got like no play or no like marketing. I think it was called, I'm gonna get the name wrong, Lord. MILF. It's not called MILF, but it was like Hot Mom or like Sexy Mom. Mrs. Fletcher. Mrs. Fletcher. She did that. That was a good show. So follow this actress. We can look her up in the cast. Somebody throw her name in the chat, but I do stan her. I really do. But we meet the neighbor, Agnes. And we are working with limited color theory. So let's look at what this background is talking about. Let's look what their wardrobe is talking about. Let's read the vibes. Let's read the vibes. Now, here's where I imagine that not just Wanda's lying, but like both of them are lying. And that's just simply because of what I'm looking at, this contrast between the dark and the light. Now, Wanda is paired on this side of the room with these open, clean panels. Like, she lying, but she's like forthcoming with her lies. Like, she reads as a cool, calm, open book. Like, ask me anything. Yeah, me and my husband from XYZ, we be out here. You know, I'm trying to celebrate, do something cute tonight because I don't even know what's going on. She reads like this open book, even though you see these slats. Is her truth is choppy, right? But she's got her story figured out for the most part. Agnes, on that brick wall, on them blinds, on that guarded ass dress, that striped up ass dress, she came in too hot for me. She came in too hot for me, right? You're real funny and quirky. You got all the answers, but this dress and this background is telling me she got way more secrets than Wanda do. Okay? Because all that super hyper joyful comedic timing against that brick wall, it got my guard up. I want to know what's going on with Agnes. I want to know what's going on with Agnes. Khaled says something don't feel right. A Barty said, yeah, she funny. Thank you, CJ. Her name is Catherine Hahn. Amazing. Catherine Hahn. Incredible. Quirky Black Envy says she seemed too nosy. For me. Okay? For me. So I got my guard up with Agnes. We're going to see what she turns out to be a little later. But something really cool happens here between these two women. Agnes suggests a magazine article called How to Treat Your Husband So You Can Keep Your Husband. Wanda, I have a question for you. Why are you dragging yourself? Like, man, get your foot up off your own neck. Let yourself breathe. Like, damn. Like, you know when like you're guilty and you feel like shame and you just like, you the one beating yourself up. Right now, Wanda's her own worst critic. And this mental projection where she could have anything that she wants. The article that this neighbor gives to her is how to treat your husband so you can keep your husband. Excuse you? I will slap you in the teeth. Don't come into my house being rude. My husband buried out back. Because we could do another end game. Don't be rude. Why are you dragging yourself in your own dream world? And then in a scene later, Agnes says this. She finds suggestions for Wanda to seduce Vision later on. Here's what you're going to do. And they come across this fun fact that reads, did you know the death rate of single men is twice that of married men? Did you know that? Did you know that? Like, did you know that? So, if in this dream world, she and Vision are married, then that's how she can keep him safe. Because in reality, they wasn't married. Technically, if you ain't married, you're single. And he died. So now she has this fun fact in this magazine that says, single men die twice as fast as married men. Well, I'm going to marry him so I can keep him. It hurts. It hurts. Okay? It hurts. Let's see what Vision doing, where he work at. He literally works at Computer Services Incorporated, AKA him. He works at himself, killing it. He's doing great at this job and no one thinks anything is strange. We can also spot in our visuals, when we often see checkered floors in movies, in TV, in music videos, it represents a split of the mental consciousness. It represents a split of identity, okay? So we have Vision here in his human mask. Remember we talked about that mirror and that fedora hanging up. He's wearing a mask, literally a human form. And what song is playing? Yakety yak, don't come back. But isn't it so strange that it's cheery, it's happy, it's comedic? Yakety yak, don't come back. Hey, Vision. Hey, employee. Wow, 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 wow. How haunting is it for this song to be repeating to someone we know is dead? Don't come back. It's rude and it's horrific. It's horrific. So what this series is doing is like, let's use a word we all know, gaslighting. It's like, what, me? I didn't hit you. What? We know something dark is underway, but they keeping it so upbeat and so cheery that you're like, we're having a great time, I think. I'm not even sure. And his job isn't even real. They're not even doing anything at all. So now we understand from Vision's point of view what August 23rd was supposed to mean on that calendar, AKA the heart drawn on the calendar, Mr. Hart, his boss. Tonight is the night I was supposed to join you and your wife with me and mine for dinner. Okay? But Wanda at home messing around with Agnes thinking it's her anniversary. Of what date? Of what wedding? She don't know. Okay? So looking at what we're looking at, knowing what we know, audience, I'm jumping right into the chat. How do we feel about Mr. Hart? Yes, Victoria, she said, the scene gave me Twilight Zone vibes. If y'all are not watching Twilight Zone by Jordan Peele, I don't know what to tell you because he is a mastermind. The original Twilight Zone was incredible, black and white. Jordan Peele came through with the comedic horror, modern day times. It's good. It's real good. How do we feel about Mr. Hart? Okay, y'all saying characters I don't even know about. So we have here, Malik says, folks are speculating Mephisto, but I'm thinking he's going to come in as Quicksilver from the Fox X-Men movies. I have no idea what any of that is. I'm so happy you're here because what? Like, there's so much to the series that you would need to know. You would need to be a fan to pick up all the clues, but I'm loving these theories. Teach me. Young Royalty agrees. I hope Mephisto is behind all of this. Khaled says Mr. Hart is the boss, but Wanda is really the boss. How do we feel about Mr. Hart? Look what he's wearing. Look what he's standing in front of. What about his name? What about that bald head? Anything. Anything. Y'all talking about Fantastic Four. I don't even know where they come into all of this. I don't know. I'm just here to talk about the TV show I've seen. But keep it coming. Keep it coming. Young Roads T Production says Mephisto is the Marvel equivalent of the devil. He makes deals for souls. Damn, he's single? Ooh, to me, y'all, to me, Khaled asked, is Mr. Hart supposed to be Thanos? Thanos, they rocked his shit, right? Like he's gone. Theoretically, Thanos. Oh, I see like a representation of like what she fears, what Wanda fears. Ooh. I don't know who Mr. Hart is outside of this projection. Like, I don't know like who or what he is. But from this visual, what I would start to begin to assume, if he is also standing in front of this checkered shells, this split identity, if he is wearing this 3-piece pinstripe suit, it's giving secrets, but for me, it's feeling a little more like imprisonment. It's giving jail. LB says, allegedly, he's dead. 2 dead men planning for dinner with their wives. It's hard out here for a white. Dang. I just feel like since I don't know who he is or where he came from or what had happened, I feel like he just may be somebody who got caught up in Wanda's reality and he can't not be a part of this. I feel like Wanda's projection may be using real people to make all of this happen. She's using real people. So then whoever this is got caught up and he's trapped because Wanda took over Westview. She put a boundary, a border up over this actual town. So then what happened to the people who are actually inhabiting that town in reality? Do they become her playthings? So this pinstripe suit and this checkerboard shelf behind him, I was like, I think he's trapped in her mess. I'm thinking out loud. I could be wrong. And I don't mind being wrong because I love to think. Benny says, Wanda said to Thanos in Endgame that he took everything from her. And when he said he didn't know her, she said, you will be implying that she's going to take everything from him. And that's my bad on the way I read that, because Wanda said to Thanos in Endgame that he took everything from her. And when she said he didn't know her, she said, you will, implying that she's going to take everything from him. See how you got to put the emphasis on the wrong syllables? It changed up the whole meaning. You see what I did? Okay. I like that, Benya. I like that a lot. Victoria, I think they're all people who disappeared in the snap because so many, you're right. My brain. You're right. So many people died. It was barely anyone left after the snap. Absolutely. So that makes sense to Elle's comment that he might be dead. So whose bodies and likenesses is she using? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what this show is for. This is what this show is for. Let's move on, y'all. Let's move on. The theories are thick. The theories are thick. Let's get into this toaster. I want to talk about the toaster. I noticed that this couple, and I mean, you can only do so much with black and white, but this couple looks similar to Vision and Wanda, right? They look like this offbeat mirroring couple. And this is for the first time we see in this series, the first item of color. And I know I missed it the first time. This little red dot coming through on this toaster with that ticking clock. That don't feel good. It don't sound good. What are we counting down to? Feels ominous. What's coming? It's just a toaster. It's breakfast. It's supposed to be great. This toaster is something real heavy about it, right? And if you guys notice, the last phrase from Vision's scene right before we get to this commercial was, well, if tonight doesn't go well, this may be the end. Damn, baby, it's just dinner with your boss. It's going to be the end? They have these heavy, ominous moments in this very cheery themed sitcom. This toaster by Stark Industries. What do Tony Stark got to do with all this? Does Wanda blame Tony? Is she putting that on him too? Does she miss Tony because both of them dead? Does this toaster represent the death of her computer boyfriend? It got dead Starks all over. Like, what are all the symbolisms, right? And this commercial tells us, forget the past. This is your future. This is Wanda's MO right now. She cannot think of the past. That will break her. She needs this reality here right now. Brittany D says, I think the toaster was indicative of the bomb that killed her parents. Ooh, Khaled says, I read that apparently the ticking noise on the toaster created by Stark Industries is a callback to how Wanda's parents were killed by a Stark Industries bomb. So maybe this commercial is from that subconscious. Y'all are incredible. Wow. Wow, you guys. Wow. Khalib 13 says the town can be unraveling as the color comes back, or Wanda's unraveling as she tries to keep things together. Yeah, it's definitely unraveling. Definitely unraveling. It's too much detail. I would have went with a smaller town, less houses. Now you got to pay attention to less, right? Because you skimming some things, okay? Wanda, baby, I'm sorry. I didn't know you was going through all that. Damn. So what I started to notice about the framing as we move forward in this show is that it seems to be the world versus Wanda. Wanda's the only one in white. She's often paired against white light, white background, clean backgrounds, while every other character is in these darker, heavier colors. So she's trying to work with them. She's trying to help them. She's trying to allow them to help her solve her problems. She's trying to get to know them, but there feels like something's defensive here. She's always in a different frame, a different room, a different color. She's separated from what everybody else is doing. Is she using this moment to save herself? Is this her redemption? What's going on? Why is it her against everyone? What does that mean? Right? She appears to be bonding with everyone, but really she couldn't be more separate. Mara Cherie says, we're back to the morning colors. So we have an interrogation. It's dinner time. It's dinner time. Wanda and Vision. First of all, cool title and cool concept all around. Wandavision, Wanda and Vision, television, sitcom. Whoever did that in the writer's room did their damn thing. Did the damn thing, okay? Wow. Wow. Really cool. But Wanda and Vision are having dinner with Mr. and Mrs. Hart, and we start this interrogation. Mrs. Hart blasting some questions over at Wanda. Where you from? Where'd you get married? Where's the kids? First of all, you're rude. You're eating my salmon and asking me too many damn questions in my house. But it's the 50s and white ladies had to be fake nice to each other, okay? But while she is asking Wanda questions about her origins and where she came from and what happened before you got into town, we got Vision's back towards us, hiding his face. We cannot see his identity. We cannot see him. In Wanda's attempts to remember the before, we can't see Vision. And together, as we've seen, they have no answer for the hearts. They share one consciousness. Vision is just a toy in Wanda's mind. So if Wanda can't remember, Vision can't remember, and they stumbling, okay? So here's a really cool thing that they did in this series. Here's a really cool thing that they did. We have no color, but they are still using it because we know what color that wine is. Huh? We know what color this wine is. They put that wound right on the table in black and white. They camouflaged it. They already showed it to us on the toaster. And now, once we know to feel fearful, they hid it behind the black and white filter. It's still there. That red, that caution, that danger, that wound. And as soon as they gathered together with all that red wine, the wound started coming up quickly. Okay? And so we have Mr. Hart. Well, why can't they answer the question? What is the problem? Why did you come here? Why did you come here? Why did you come here? You getting a little too hyped for me, baby. You getting a little too hyped for me. And if he's a prisoner of Wanda's reality, if he was someone who existed here before he got wrapped up into this mess, wouldn't he be the perfect person to ask this question? Like, you're interrupting the life that I actually have so I could go play dollhouse with you? Why did you come here? Why are you bothering us? I would ask that. That's if he's imprisoned, if my theory serves the story. That's if so. But why would Mr. Hart get that emotional, that passionate about her not having the answer? What does he have to be upset about? Oh, we're going to get there, Khaled. I'm going to come back to you. We're going to get there. Shannon Doa says, Wanda is controlling it all. Normally, Vision wouldn't need to be told to save an innocent. Because when what? When she got stuck, he got stuck. See, since y'all going there, let's just get there. Mr. Hart begins to choke. Mrs. Hart watches her husband die. Who else had to do that? Who else had to watch their husband die? They man, excuse me, because I wasn't married. He's single. Who else had to do that? So she's reliving this wound through these character projections that she made. And this woman has to watch her husband die. And we have this mix between comedy and horror. They go hand in hand. Mrs. Hart's joy with this horrific pleading for her husband's life. Now, we're going to call this Peelian. What these people will not tell you is how inspired they are by Jordan Peele. This is very much the housekeeper from Get Out. No. The Armitages treat us like family. It's giving that. Give credit where it's due. Steal like an artist. We see it. We peep. Mrs. Hart's joy is coding this horrific, traumatic event. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Trapped behind that smile, which is why the suit in the beginning was giving prisoner to me. Imprisonment. Benia asks, so is this Wanda reliving it? Mara Cherie says that's her subconscious. Her own frustration is manifesting. Thank you to Pat's Goldie reminding all y'all to hit that like button. Let's do that. Let us do that, okay? So Callie says, peep how the boss's wife kept a smiling face while telling Wanda to stop it, as if she was afraid of the consequences of breaking character, even at her husband's expense. Benny, I like that take. Mara Cherie says all of these people are under her control except for a few. Mephisto, or somebody I was saying. I don't know that. I don't even know who that character is. I'm going to go look it up after the show. But wow. Okay. Wow. They got the fuck out of there. They said absolutely not. You ain't never seen white people run so fast. They love to go to the danger. Okay. They love to check it out. They love to stay a while. Okay. They said, and on that note, look at the time. Okay. Vision saves Mr. Hart after Wanda instructs him to. And Mr. Hart promises a promotion to him Monday morning. Now, as this very strange problem is healed, the characters are like, we cool. They acting as if nothing is wrong. They all are part of this game, right? And we even saw it down at Computer Services. That employee was like, dang, you increased productivity like 300%. Why is this man doing all these papers this fast? No one cares? Okay, just me? Cool. Seemingly nothing is wrong. But something strange happened here. Now, earlier I mentioned the framing, how when we started to meet these characters and this world, Wanda is often separated from everyone else. She's often in a different white space. Everyone else is in a darker space, heavier clothes. She's separated from everyone. But as soon as this moment happens, Vision starts to get separated. Vision starts to get separated from the group. Wanda's in, Vision's out. Because Wanda can't keep it all up. She can't keep it all up, okay? As reality starts to creep in, this little facade starts to break. And these moments that force Wanda to have to face the reality that she is so desperately running from, Vision is not there. So as reality gets closer, Vision evades. Because this is just a dream. Brittany says, I think the ones who are closest to them are the ones who have some sort of awareness. Brittany says, shook that girl hand and dip. End zone. I would have been out of there so... Come on, bro. You doing a lot. You done choked my husband. Come on. He the one who paid the bills is the 50s. So now you're messing with my dividends. Okay. What are you doing? Let's talk about the lobster on the wall. Funny comedic relief gives us that release after this really tense, traumatic moment. We're going through the emotions, and then we see a lobster and all is well. But remember what color they are hiding behind the black and white. Remember the gaslighting of this. We're feeling light, we're feeling happy, we're supposed to laugh. This is so silly, but something really heavy is under there. And we know that in the pit of our guts, we know that. So we laugh at this lobster on the wall, but I want to look at the lobster because we know what color the lobster is. We know what color this lobster is. We know this red is coming, as it's been since we've seen that toaster commercial. The red is coming. This wound is coming. This danger is coming. This crack in this false reality is coming. And this black and white filter so geniusly finds ways to sneak these wounds in, okay? And it's almost as if not only is Wanda marked, but this whole thing, this whole home she made for herself is marked. That little laser light, right? You see them on their forehead. It's marked. Callie says, and one of them lobsters still missing. You hungry, baby? Callie looking for that second lobster. And of course, we see our couple live happily ever after. They have their anniversary, they have their song, and they have their rings. One question I got for y'all, should we dissect this whole series? Should we do the series? We ain't did a series in a long time. Y'all gave me so much information tonight. This is why I'd be so happy that y'all are here, because the Marvel Universe is complicated. And if you're not in it, you might as well get lost. I can give y'all as much as I can from the TV film perspective, but y'all came in with the background information, and my God, we need it. We need it, because who the fuck is Mephisto? Now I gotta look it up so I can know what I'm talking about next time. Y'all are saying yes, dissect. Yes, dissect. Let's see what we could do. Let's see what we can do. Y'all all want it because it gets better. Episode 4 was crazy. Somebody said something that I wanted to say as well because it was so good, but I had to make the lobster point. Shannon Doe with 329. Sis, hun, baby, Zoll. Vision died and turned gray. There's a reason why Wanda is trying to bring him back to life with color through all the stages of TV. Now that's how the fuck you do color theory. Excuse me? That is how you do color theory. If we know in Avengers Endgame he went from red to gray, how can we go from gray to red? Look, y'all said y'all want to dissect the series. I might have something for you. Quirky Black says, I know nothing about the Marvel Universe, so I was very confused by the show, but I still liked it. Thank you, Ben A. I don't think the Marvel is that deep, but you went deep. You know, I love those comments. I love this. Like, I didn't even know it was like all of that. It be that. It really do be that. And that's why I really love doing dissections. Follow me if you have not by now. I am on social media, Instagram, JustLatasha. I am on Twitter, JustLatasha404. I have this live dissection show every Monday night, 6 p.m. EST. Catch Piece of Script on Thursdays. Last Thursday, I took a 5-minute bite-sized deep dive into the last Black man of San Francisco. Such a good movie. Even though y'all said y'all had no idea what was going on in it, I loved it. I loved it so much. Please do not leave without giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that notification bell so you guys know when I drop new videos. Send me some DMs. Hit me in the chat. I don't know, but I thank y'all so much for being here. What else can I say? I'm JustLatasha, y'all, lowercase t, no apostrophes, no spaces. We at